guys. Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, September 6th, 2024. Welcome to another eBay video. We have several eBay topics to discuss tonight, including immediate payment definitely not working on eBay. It's been getting worse and worse, and this week has just been absolutely terrible. And I will be cutting away to some screenshots to show you proof, conclusive proof, what I'm talking about, where eBay is promising us immediate payment, and not only are we not getting it immediately, we're not getting it at all. Okay? There's a problem. I also want to talk about people who are sending legitimate best offers, good price, with no intention of buying your item, and one of the trouble signs that will help you spot them. I'm going to talk about pathetically slow sales, not just this summer, but recently. In fact, this week has been my slowest week yet. I just don't know what to say anymore. That's what it's come down to. I also want to talk a little bit more about returns, which are on a huge increase, even though sales are on a decrease. Can you figure? So that being said, I'm going to lead right off with the main topic, immediate payment not working. I'm going to tell you a true story that happened to me this week. Then we'll go to a cutaway and we'll discuss that a little more. So I had this cheap item listed for approximately $15 plus shipping. A person sends me a best offer of $10 plus shipping. Now this is a dog item. It's worthless to me. I have no problem taking the guy's $10. But when I looked at the offer, eBay stated, it should state you'll be paid immediately, but it didn't. It said, we will give the buyer 4 days to pay. However, your item is still on the shelf in case any legitimate eBay buyers want to swoop in and pay either full price or make you another best offer. This is something eBay has been rolling out lately, and I think it's basically a good idea because your item is not getting taken off the shelf for these deadbeats, but yet I don't understand why eBay is not requiring immediate payment even in this case. I think I'm missing something, but let's put that off to the side for a second because what happens next is even crazier. So that was day one. Day one, I get the best offer, I accept it. Day two comes, no payment. Day three comes, no payment. I know I'm getting stiff by this guy. What happens next? Another buyer, totally different buyer, swoops in and also offers me $10 for the same item. But this time eBay says if you will accept his $10 offer, you'll be paid immediately. Well, that's a no-brainer. That sounds good to me. I don't mind dickering on price. I accept the offer. I do not get paid immediately. I do not get paid at all. What do you think happens 24 hours later? The buyer, if I may use the term, sends me a message, and I want you to see this, so we're going to do a cutaway right now. All right, everybody, pay attention to the screen as I walk you through this really quickly. First of all, this is the item in question right here. You will see that the item sold, if I may use the term loosely, on September the 2nd. You can see over here, it says awaiting payment. Now, as you know, today is September 6th, and I never got paid. eBay promised me immediate payment on this item if I accepted this person's best offer. Keep in mind this was the second offer on this item this week. The first one never paid either. However, at least that time eBay left it up on the shelf. But now let me show you something even more interesting here. I received this message from the buyer, if I may even use that term. He wrote, "Sorry, don't need the item." And look at the date, September the 3rd, which means, now let's go back. Let's go back. Look. September 2nd, 4:55 p.m., okay? September 3rd, 5:37 p.m., over 24 hours later, and I hadn't been paid. I don't understand what is going on with eBay. They're promising immediate payment and we're not getting paid at all. It's almost like eBay has a sixth sense who the jerk-off buyers are, and that they're not collecting the money from these people because they know these people have a track record of jerking sellers around. Anyway, I wanted you to see this. Let's get back to the video now. I'd like to hear two things from you guys right now. Number one, what do you think about this new system eBay is rolling out, giving buyers 4 days to pay, but leaving our items still up on the shelf? I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it sounds good. They're still available to a serious buyer, but what about these buyers who are willy-nilly sending out offers with no intention of paying? That they're getting unpaid item strikes, or do you think they have carte blanche to do this on eBay as much as they want? I personally think it's the latter, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. And my second question regarding the same transaction is, why is eBay telling us we're going to be paid right away when we don't get paid at all? Like I said in the cutaway, it's almost like they know this guy's going to jerk me around and not want the item. I just don't get it. All right? It's just one more rung on the ladder to success that we have to climb, and I don't like it. All right? I'm strict, but I'm fair. You know I call it right down the middle. Some things are good, some things aren't. That's not. Well, I'm on that subject of best offers. I didn't mention this in the intro. I've been having a big problem, and so have other eBay Motors sellers, with love notes. Holy Jesus. You don't know how many times I almost got stung this week. Royally stung because I almost didn't catch the love note. A person will send me a best offer of, let's say, $80 on a $90 item. That's great. I have no problem taking that. And you'll see something in the love note that's so stupid, like, I want free shipping. You can't do it that way. You guys know that. If they want free shipping, and the shipping, let's say, is $20, and the item is really $90, well, then send the offer for $70. That's fine. And you can't ask questions about the item, like, do you think this is the right size for me? Ask that first before you send the offer. Twice this week I almost got stung with people putting in love notes that they should never be putting in, and it happened to quite a few of my friends on eBay Motors as well. So be on the lookout for love notes. eBay, if you're listening, and I know you are, please, for Christ's sake, take out that whole love notes section. It ain't Valentine's Day, all right? Buyers can ask us as much as they want with the give and take through eBay messages. That's what messages are there for, okay? The only time love notes serve a purpose, occasionally, is when somebody sends you a reasonable offer, like $80 on the $90 item, and they say something like, why is your shipping so outrageous? Everybody else is cheaper. You know if he's complaining before you get the item, before he gets the item, you know damn well he's going to complain louder when he gets it. So that's an automatic decline. So every now and then, people can show their true colors before they purchase the item. Because always remember, if they have an attitude before they have purchased from you, what do you think they're going to have after they purchased from you? Another problem I've been running into with best offers, and this one doesn't happen a lot, but it's crystal clear to me. I have best offer on all my listings. Just this week, I had somebody contact me through messages, not best offer. I had an item for $115 plus shipping. He messages me, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what he wrote. $80. That was his entire message. He wouldn't even take the time to say, will you accept $80? Would you lower the price to $80? Just $80. Now, personally, if he would have sent me a best offer for $80, I would have accepted it. But warning bells start going off in my head up here. And I know something's not right. I know what he's doing. He's feeling me out. He has no intention of buying the item. So I wrote to him and I said, I'm a little confused. I have best offer on all my listings. All you have to do is click make offer, make the offer for $80. Easy peasy Japanesey. I want to know why you circumvented the best offer button to contact me through messages. Notice that I never said to him whether I would accept it or not, because I don't want him to know. Not yet. And he wrote back to me, oh, I didn't know I had to do it that way. I'll do that right now. Never heard from him again. Ironclad proof that he never intended to buy my item. I could have wrote back and said, sure, $80 is great. Will you buy the item today? He wasn't buying anything from me. I wouldn't doubt that he has the same item for sale and wants to just price gauge or feel the waters. This is something that doesn't happen to me a lot, but it does happen, and if it happens to you, I want you to be prepared. One case of feedback extortion this week. Outright. Person buys a cheap item from me for $25, gets the item, and claims to be unhappy. Okay? So what do? They take 5 pictures of the same item I just shipped out and write me this long letter through eBay messages, how they're unhappy, how they don't look as good in person as they did in the picture, usual stuff. They want to know what I'm going to do about it. Now, which is easier? Taking 5 pictures, uploading them, writing a rant paragraph to me, or clicking return this item? To me, it's a no-brainer. This is another outright sign the person does not want to return the item. They want the item. They're looking for a little scratch back. So I wrote back once again and I said, I'm a little confused. I take returns for 30 days, no questions asked. It clearly says that in the listing. If you're unhappy with this item, why don't you just click return this item instead of taking the time and writing a whole paragraph and taking the time of taking 5 pictures of items that I've already seen? I said, look, if you're new and you don't know how to initiate a return, write back to me and I will send you screenshots how to do it. And she wrote back and said, the reason I wrote that paragraph and all that was to see if you would settle with me before I left you negative feedback. She came right out and said it. I said, no problem. Send the items back and I will give you your full purchase price and original shipping. It was only $8.75, but I was calling her bluff. Okay? You know what she did so far? Nothing. Haven't heard back. She doesn't want to send them back. She wanted a little scratch. All right, next topic. On returns. Returns have been way up this week. Way up. Which is really weird because my sales have been way down. All my returns have been cheap items, approximately $20 to $25. With the exception of one guy with the Cadillac that I told you about last week. His return finally came. And when I went to process it, the original cost was $50 for the two items, and the shipping, I think, was $12.95 or $12. eBay had it toggled that I have to give him back the original shipping too. And you know why? I don't think it was the customer's fault as far as that is concerned, because the customer entered 1999 Cadillac in the eBay guaranteed fitment field. And because this is one of 6 or 7 wheels used on the 99 Cadillac, eBay's blaming Cute Joey. They're blaming freaking Cute Joey because their eBay fitment guaranteed program is terrible. It was written bad from day one. Cute Joey doesn't take responsibility for other people's mistakes. Cute Joey toggles the original shipping off and gives the customer back his purchase price of $50. As we stand right now, the return is still open. It will not close for, I believe, 15 to 20 working days, or until the customer closes it, which, as you know, they never do. So that's another fallacy with the eBay return system. As I said earlier, sales have been horrendously bad. Anything that is selling is cheap. $20, maybe $30, $35 tops, okay? It's really, really bad lately. Now the summertime I can kind of understand because people go away, and summertime is always a slow time for most people. But this summer was freaking crickets. Worst summer in my 25 years on eBay. But what concerns me more than that, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about now. I'm worried about this week. This is back to school week. Everybody's back at work. Sales have been worse than this summer. Awful. I've had 2 periods where I've gone 36 hours with no sales. I had 1 day where I lost money selling on eBay. I was in the red. I made no sales and I had returns. I've talked to my fellow eBay motor sellers, and most of them are in agreement with me, but I have a friend of mine who I've told you about in the past. I swear to Jesus, him and I are on alternate wavelengths. When he's booming, I'm dead. When I'm booming, he's dead. But for the last 2 weeks, and I mean this, strike me dead on camera if I'm lying, he's been kicking ass the last 2 weeks straight. Beat me every day handsomely. Not even a contest with no end in sight. So to use the lighthouse beam effect that we talked about a few weeks ago, it looks like the beam is stuck in one particular section, and his store happens to be one of the lucky ones that the beam is focused on, while the rest of us are selling nothing. So yeah, guys, I don't like coming out here and being a negative Ned and telling you all negative news. However, I owe it to you to tell you what's going on in the community, what's happening to me, what I hear happening to you guys. I have people that email me constantly, all right? By the way, as you probably know, my email is crazynewyorkdriver@aol.com, spelled the same way as my channel. And if you contact me any other way but that way, I'm going to ghost you. I will not reply. I have a business too, okay? Please respect it. I sure hope you guys had a busier week than I did on eBay. That's basically all I have to say right now. I hope you have great sales this week on eBay. I wish you all the best of luck. I'm Crazy New York Driver, you're not. Rock on and peace.